What was so special about Challengers is that there wasn't one character that I didn't love. Everybody is nuanced and flawed, and they have so much depth to them. How often does this happen? Going after the same girl? Our director, Luca, had a clear vision for what this film could be.
Luca, he's constantly thinking about these frictions between what would otherwise be very close friends and lovers.
It's nice to see you lit up about something, even if it's my girlfriend.
Challengers, written by Justin Kuritzkes, is a passionate love story where the rules of the game of tennis become the rules of the game of seduction. And that, for me, felt very cinematic.
Let's go!
Whether it's sound or cinematography, literally every department stacked with people who are the best in the world.
On a cinematic level, it's just perfection.
Everyone put a lot of energy in making this the most dynamic, visually impressive, immersive experience into the competition that comes when you are playing the game of life and love. This scene is in the earlier part of the story. The three characters are 17 and 16. Art and Patrick had just won a double at the Junior US Open, and they're now attending a party to celebrate this new star of tennis, Tashi Duncan.
She's gonna turn a whole family into millionaires. She'll have a fashion line, a nutritional supplement, a foundation. The Tashi Duncan Center for Girls, taking at-risk youth off the streets and onto the courts.
Don't make fun, man. She's a remarkable young woman.
You know the party scene? That I remember feeling like that was so 2000. Even just like the advertising boards with Z on them, with the Adidas sign. Yeah. And also there's a scene where Mike and I are watching Z dance.
Oh my God.
And I honestly felt like I was in a movie from the 90s. It's so beautifully done.
Hey, I'm Patrick Zweig.
Art Donaldson.
I know who you are. You're Fire and Ice, right?
Oh my God.
In the flesh.
Which one's which?
What do you think?
The three actors are fantastic. They just workshopped this every single day with Luca, and they became those people.
You were incredible today.
Thank you.
No, really. I mean, it wasn't even like tennis. It was an entirely different game.
Zendaya is a force of nature, and she's such a fierce person and a wonderful performer.
Zendaya, as a producer, was incredible.
She's a real leader on set.
I enjoyed that aspect of it, and also just getting to work with these guys. You're going to Stanford, right?
Yeah, how'd you know that?
Mike Faist was fantastic, has this beautifully complex character.
I just accepted my offer, and they mentioned you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you not going pro?
No, not yet.
Why do you waste your time playing college tennis?
It was interesting to see Josh O'Connor playing a narcissist, and I think he did an amazing job.
It was nice meeting you both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sayumbu Mukdiprom is the sublime director of photography of Challengers, but also one of the great masters of cinematography in the world. And he has the ability of elevating the movie by this really poetic light that he creates for these characters' intertwinement.
You wanna go down to the beach?
Sure.
Whenever I work with Luca, I'm trying to create the space for him so it can allow Luca to play with all the actors. We're just trying to establish the emotional that we would like to have.
So, I have to ask you about the Stanford thing.
You know they offer classes in college? I don't want my only skill in life to be hitting a ball with a racket.
I get it. You're making us wait for you.
And I have an amazing editor, Marco Costa, who did an incredible job in putting together the kinetic energy of this triangle on screen.
So you don't know what tennis is?
What is it?
It's a relationship.
We edit this dialogue scene in a very specific way. Every transition from artwork always passes through Tashi. This visually establishes her as the dominant position because she's in the middle.
We went somewhere really beautiful together.
You screamed when you hit the winner. Never heard anything like it before.
My wonderful costume designer borrowed from fashion J.W. Anderson, created these incredible pieces that were so specific and precise.
You can tell a Luca film through the way in which the characters are dressed. So there's a very key moment in the film. We had become obsessed by this idea of this blue dress, where you had something slightly acrylic in it, and we put this very wiry netting underneath. And it was amazing, because when Zendaya put it on, it was like, suddenly, bam.
I should go, before my dad comes looking for me. I'll see you at school, Art.
Wait, are you on Facebook?
What?
He's asking for your number. And so am I.
You both want my number.
Working with makeup artist Fernanda Perez and hairdresser Massimo Gattabruzzi. It's been very exciting to craft Tashi, Patrick, and Art throughout 15 years of their lives.
When they are young, Tashi starts with the sporty hairdo, the very simple makeup.
But then we make her image more powerful, more woman.
Phil's Tire Town Challenger is a small challenger in New Rochelle.
And it is the final, and it's all shot here at Wedgwood.
Here we did a ton of work. We planted greens, we built the whole awning that's in the middle, we aged everything to make it look like it'd been here for a while. We brought in the bleachers. Pretty much it was just a tennis court. And we embraced some of the characteristics of the New Rochelle Tennis Club.
There was this beautiful concept of the drama being laid out on the court and the tennis being the metaphor of the game of life, the game of love, the game of desire. As you can see here, Patrick has just said to his friend, now enemy, Art, that yes, he had slept with his wife, who leaves Mike completely destroyed. But at the same time, it releases his incapability of overcoming the feud between him and his friend to a degree that somehow helped the friendship. Of course, Tashi Duncan doesn't know what's going on because she wasn't there when they made this joke at the time in which they were young. But she understands that something is happening between the two of them. And she's part of it.
Deuce.
Fuck off!
It's a competition, you know, it's a back and forth.
These actors had a lot of training for tennis in order to make sure that every gesture they were playing was the most correct possible.
We were on a pretty rigorous training schedule. I think we were doing like 2 hours of tennis in the morning and then 2 hours of gym every day for about 8 weeks.
And then by the end, we have some good tennis.
Let's go!
And the music is killer.
I wanted music that could make an audience almost dance to it.
Luca said, what if all the music was driving, thumping techno like a heartbeat that makes the movie fun?
It's about the excitement, and simultaneously there's an order and a thoughtfulness to the score.
And then the great sound designer Craig Berkeley created the crunchy pulse of tennis. The racket swinging, the ball hitting. We really tried to create the most powerful sonic experience possible.
This movie is all about these moments and really trying to figure out where visual effects can help that in the way that's in keeping with the director's style, which is very real world, very practical.
We are brought into the game of tennis to become the ball. It took us 1 year to pull out this sequence, between shooting it, to editing it, to CGI it, and create this completely believable sense of being the ball.
We did a lot with no ball. The camera was the ball, The overhead shots, the underneath shots, the behind shots. It was quite unique.
So this is a special high-speed camera shooting on film, and it shoots 2,000 frames per second. And we are using to have some slow-motion shots.
The scene's such an emotional roller coaster.
But ultimately, the end is just so pure and magical.
What is at stake? It's friendship, it's love. It's the possibility that every one of them finally discover how to be reunited with the others.